Hello there. I'm Captain Canada. I just wanted to introduce another episode of Electric Sheep. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say, so let's just go on with the story now. This is Orbital Jump.
Orbital jump. Kebab was a young man of 690 years. He had been born in the age of abundance, when hunger was an archived problem and danger a recreational setting. No one chopped wood anymore. No one hunted. Mountains still stood, but climbing them was a guided simulation with safety rails woven into reality itself. Natural death had been removed from all beings born after the transition, neatly excised like a faulty organ. Kebab had grown up safe, endlessly so. His body had been upgraded at birth. Bones reinforced at the molecular level, organs redundant and adaptive, nerves capable of rerouting sensation away from pain. Heat, vacuum, pressure, impact, all survivable on paper. Everyone knew this. Everyone trusted it. But trust was not the same as knowing. Today, Kebab stood on an orbital ring far above the planet, the world curving beneath him in a blue-white silence. The ring hummed softly, a thin line of civilization wrapped around gravity itself. Crew drones floated nearby, politely distant, ready to retrieve him whenever he decided he'd made his point. He stepped to the edge. There was no wind, no vertigo, just the knowledge of distance. Thousands of kilometers of empty promise between him and the ground. He leapt. At first it felt like stepping off a curb. Then gravity remembered him. He fell faster and faster, acceleration piling onto itself. His skin heated, glowing faintly as atmospheric friction began to argue with his velocity. Sensors reported rising temperatures, structural stress, forces that would have pulped any unmodified organism 1,000 times over. Kebab felt none of it. No pain. No burning lungs. No panic. He did not even need to breathe. Still, doubt flickered. It was like hopping off a ledge as a child, that moment before landing when you aren't quite sure your ankle will hold. The thought followed him all the way down. The heat lessened. The ground rushed up impossibly fast. Then, boom! Darkness. His body plowed deep into the crust, stone folding around him like water around a thrown spear. Shockwaves rippled outward, scattering dust and setting off distant seismic alarms. For a brief moment, the planet itself acknowledged him. Kebab came to awareness buried in rock. He felt shaken. He felt a rush. Something wild and electric surged through him. Exhilaration, disbelief, joy. He flexed his fingers. His limbs responded perfectly. Diagnostics scrolled across his inner vision. Integrity nominal, systems stable. He laughed, the sound muffled by kilometers of stone. Wow. All his life he had been told he was durable, invincible even. But being told was nothing like knowing. Now he wondered, should he wait? The ring crew would extract him easily. They always did. A clean tunnel, a polite apology for the inconvenience, a return to safety. Or he clenched his hands into the rock. His body was amazing, powerful, fully tested at last. No, he would not wait. He clawed upward, stone cracking under his grip, strength answering intention without hesitation. Each movement was proof. Each meter gained was a declaration. This young man of 690 would live fully from this point forward. And when life grew too calm, when abundance dulled the edge of being, he knew exactly how he would relax. From time to time, he would take a simple orbital jump.
Well, I really liked how that turned out. Um, that was pretty well as I had written it, just with a little bit better wording. Well, I don't know if it's better, different wording. Um, but I was really happy with that. Um, I like the idea of imagining future, farther extremes of modern day extreme sports and things like cave explore, deep Earth cave exploration and skydiving and rock climbing, and it's like what would be the farthest extremes of that in the future. And I wanted it very clear that 690 wasn't old age. That's why he's a young man of 690 years old. And so he is only just starting to explore his amazing life in the future. He just hasn't put any tests onto himself to extremes until this orbital jump. And I think it feels good to push yourself to your own extremes and finding your limits, or even just finding what you're capable of and not even approaching your limits. You would be surprised what you're capable of when you put your mind to it. Try to impress yourself, you know. Stop when you feel like you've completed something. Stop when you've worn yourself out, you know. Don't overdo it, whatever you're doing. But if you have reason to believe that you're not living up to your potential, you should live up to your potential, you know. See the symbol, be the symbol, I always say. But be careful now. We don't have an extreme future body that allows us to do things like jump from high orbit or low orbit. I don't know if I made it clear if it was high or low orbit. Do I know the difference between those two terms? I don't know. But yeah, don't take this as an invitation to do anything silly that might harm you. This isn't about harming yourself. This is about doing things that don't harm you. He wasn't harmed in this story. But you can push yourself. We withstand amazing forces put forth by the universe every day. But play safe. I'm Captain Canada. You might know me as Joseph Arthur Roszell. I want to thank you for watching. I want to wish you all the luck in the world. I love you, and I want you to know that suicide is never the answer. Peace out for now.